Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Sorry, I didn't make my pre-posts about this thing, so hopefully you all come on back. Last week it was a little bit late, or actually last week, yeah, it happened last week, but it was late. And anyway, whatever. We're back on time, 7:30 for the Gospel Two Wheels. Brady Metter is here, and that makes me happy in my heart. I just wish Brady Metter was actually here, sitting on my lap. Who wants to see that? We got to get Brady in here again. He's been on the podcast more than anyone else, but I think this time we need to have him in a baby Bjorn on my lap. Mark Payne, what's going down? 5280 James, what is up? It is great to be back on a normal kind of schedule. Finally, I'm actually going to be here this Saturday. I haven't been at the shop on a Saturday in it feels like forever. Yeah, wow, that sounds awesome. And it is awesome, partially because I've been having fun. I miss it because I like being down on Saturdays. A lot of people come in and just talk and hang out and whatever. So, yeah, I'm psyched to be back. Things are kind of settling back down. No thanks to Brady riding my lap. Come on, 5280 James, it'd be hilarious. Bruce Kennedy, there's Kevin. Look at him. He's right up there. Oh, man, it is so good to be back with the Gospel Two Wheels, where the coffee is hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. Taking Sherco to high country this weekend. Careful, Mark Payne. The Sherco was one of two bikes that surrendered on the Brady. So I'll get to that in a second, Brady. One of the two bikes that surrendered on the Death March was the Sherco. It was a lot of fun to joke about it. Woody's French bike surrendering. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. We'll do a full recap of the Death March here. But hey, there's my mama. Love you, Mama Bear. Brady, the race course that we were on is not public land, but there is tons and tons of trails, excuse me, around there on public land. Like Marvin Hatton, who is an awesome guy, works for the Forest Service, does a ton of work to keep us riding and things like that. He said there's a solid week's worth of riding up there. So we need to plan that as maybe the next Ride the World series of awesomenesses in Colorado. So anyway, and Bruce Kennedy, it was super cool to have a celebrity visitor. Johnny Walker swung by the shop, which is awesome. Number 22, Mr. Red Bull athlete from Great Britain, Johnny Walker came by. Very lucky to have Richard Colon and Morgan Tankey living here in town. They are running the Beta Off-Road team this year. Johnny, as most of you probably know, is riding a Beta this year for Endurocross. He is here in the States for that. He's here in Montrose picking up his motorcycle that Richard built for him to get ready. He was with his girlfriend and mechanic, and they are headed to Salt Lake City tomorrow to race. And then I think I got to talk to my wife, but I think we are going to head to Denver for Endurocross to see Johnny. Johnny invited us over as a family to come and hang out in the pits and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I think that's going to happen. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Dude named Eric, good to see you, man. Nyhart, what? Ever get those nuts I ordered? I did not get those nuts that you ordered. I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy. So unfortunately, let's see what else. So anyway, let's talk about the French surrender on the Death March. Hey, there's my dad. I love you. Oh yeah. So yesterday was my birthday. Woohoo! I'm 47 years old now. I've had the best compliments I've had so far are that I act like I'm 18 or act like I'm 25 or act like I'm, idiot. So stoked about that. I'm glad that a lot of you think I'm younger than I am. Also glad that I feel great. Like 40s have honestly been my favorite decade. I've had a lot of fun in my 40s. It's been really, really good. Bruce Kennedy, sorry, back to Johnny. No, he cannot join us tonight. Unfortunately, he will be prepping and getting ready to boogie out. Nightheart, that is awesome. I kind of figured it was a joke, but that's hilarious. Yeah, so Death March. Let's talk about it. It was epic. It was 180 miles this year. It's always right in the 200-mile range. We could have added some mileage and made it 200, but it was late and dark and hard enough, so we all headed on in. It was the loop we planned. I mean, we didn't. I would have had to add extra, so it wasn't like we stopped it short. It was so much fun. Great group. We had 11 people start. Buenos dias, Ronnie Nelson. How's it going? How is Prosper, Texas this day? Who's an Islander? How is Vancouver Island? So we started with 11. Super rad crew. Everybody was awesome. We took off. It was cold, as it always is. People always ask me, well, can't you just like move this thing like into August or July, something like that? I'm like, no. Part of the deal is it's a Death March. It's supposed to be cold and freaking like miserable in the morning. Dave Kessler, what's happening? Also, usually that means we don't get the afternoon rainstorms that you can't get later, which makes the whole day way better. Anyway, so we took off freezing cold. It wasn't that cold, but it's cold on your hands. Anyway, whatever. Great run through the first few trails. No big deal. And got to Taylor Park. Unfortunately, that is where Adam does dirt bikes. Adam Mishta's carburetor started leaking fuel like crazy leaking fuel. And it wasn't just a float. It was like out the float bolt gasket. Anyway, which is crazy because it's been fine. It's been no issues, like whatever. And I know, here we go. Bring on the carburetor comments, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. I guess the upside is if we had time, if it hadn't been the Death March, we could have fixed it. Or if it had been an issue like that with fuel injection, we would have been screwed. Who's Islander? I hope it rains soon, and I hope the fires go away. It's, by the way, tonight, Thursday night ride, we're riding Peach Valley. It's going to be epic conditions. It rained a bunch yesterday. It's rained a little bit last night and this morning, and it's clearing off. It's whatever. It's going to be all-time conditions out there today. It's going to be so much fun. So Adam's bike, and it was running fine. The only issue is there was no way he was going to make the next leg, which is like 70-ish to 80-ish mile, whatever. It was a long leg, and there's no way he's going to make it on the gas that he could carry. So we had probably maybe enough gas to give him, but it was like, man, anyway. So he headed back to camp. That was a bummer. Then we took off. We got through about half a timberline down to Texas Lakes. We had lunch there, and Woody pulls up. His bike is running like absolute poop. He's like, Morgan, help me figure this thing out. I'm like, okay. Brady Meadow, I knew it was coming. Yes, we had two archaic things not finished. But, so one was a total freak accident. The other one was the fact that it was French. And they surrender, right? I mean, I love making that joke. And if you're French, whatever. I don't care. So anyway, and so Brady, the French failing was electric, and that anyway. So it's a great story. So anyway, we get to Texas Lakes. Woody pulls up after we're hanging out, and he's like, "Dude, Morgan, my bike runs like crap. Help me figure it out." And it's like just will not rev. So I look at his spark arrestor; it's completely clogged shut. So we pull that thing out, fires it up, runs. He's like, "Ah, there we go. That's better." I'm like, "Great, awesome." So he stops, gets off, has some lunch, hang out. It's a beautiful place. And then we all get ready to leave, and it's like everybody's taking off, and then me and Woody are last, and I'm getting ready to right away, and he's waving at me. I'm like, as I pull over, he's like, "Dude, it won't start. This button won't, nothing, just nothing. Like, won't do, not making a sound, no click, no nothing." I'm like, well, and he's like, "There's a power switch, but it's on." I'm like, "There's a power switch? There's a stupid power switch that like that," and they quit doing it in 18. So hats off to Sherco for getting rid of this issue, but there's like a on-off switch for the whole thing, like the old WRs that had an on-off switch, which I always thought was odd and unnecessary. And it doesn't just control the starter; it controls the ignition. So if it's off, like off. And so, and of course, there's no Kickstarter, so we can't even test that theory. But then finally, all of a sudden, it starts. which, if you know electrical problems, is honestly worse than if it didn't start because you're like, why did it start? And we didn't do anything, right? So we take off and ride the rest of Timberline and ride over to Star Trail. And in that time, it died once. He thought it was gas. He poured gas in. Turns out it wasn't gas. It was the electrical thing. And then it kind of cut out and died a couple more times as he got to the start of Star Trail. And he just had zero confidence in it. Taking off up Star Trail, like going into the all uncut, as I like to call it, up there. So he headed back to camp. It was really close ride to camp down that road that we're on. So he headed back to camp and headed home. So then there were 9. We rode our trail. It is the most hammered I have ever seen. Trail. It is out of control. And by the way, video coming, guys. It's obviously taken. It's going to take a while for me to get it all done. Probably going to be at least 2 videos, maybe more, to get the whole thing done because it really was awesome. Jimmy Nyhart, you're my favorite. So, we soldiered on. We got back to camp. Zach at that point said, he's like, if my hands are bleeding, I'm quitting, because his hands hurt so bad. And he took his gloves off. They were not bleeding, so he had to keep going. It's awesome. And Leander wasn't going to let him quit anyway. Dude named Eric is right. Click. There's 38 of you guys watching right now. Only 8 likes. Back out of the chat. There should be a little thumbs up button. Click on that sucker and come on back into the chat. It's weird that they don't have that available when the chat's on the screen, but that would be awesome. It really does help us out, guys. Barnado, we'll talk to you later, man. Have a great day. Dwayne Flores, I love this channel. Effing love this channel. You're inspiring me to ride farther, longer, and faster. Yes, Dwayne, that is awesome. Thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate that. Hello, Dirt. I think that was you we saw charging up the road towards camp in the minivan with the beta on back. Sorry we didn't stop for you, but we were on a mission. So we got back to camp. Everybody got something to eat, got some water, whatever, got gas, and we took off and we rode the final loop, which is actually really pretty enjoyable. Only a couple little hard sections, but most of it's pretty freaking flowy and nice. And Minkus, 2 strokes go through pipes like riders go through collarbones. That's awesome. They can, that's for sure. I'm hard on pipes for sure. So we, in the last section, we got to get up Mountain Tilton in the light, which is good. Unfortunately, we hit it. I honestly was worried about it all day because the climb up Mountain Tilton from the side we were on from Cement Creek is, it's hard. It's not that hard, but it's hard. And it's really steep, and it's kind of a no-fall zone on the right. Like, you don't want to go right, or it's a pretty big, not good crash to the right. So you want to just go whatever. You got to do it. And unfortunately, I've been there before on the Death March, and the thing is like the sun, if it's wrong timing, is like right in your face at the very wrong time, and you can't see anything. And sure enough, that's what happened. Hello, Dirt. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat. I very much appreciate that, Jared. Thank you. And so, yeah, as we got up that thing, it was just like right in your face at the wrong, you couldn't see. It was just like you're going up and you got your visor down, you're like, come on. And then it's lights out, dude. You can't see anything. Jimmy Nyhart, what rear tire for the Gold Rush? I would love Brady Metter to chime in because he, rides there a lot. But I honestly had phenomenal luck with a Michelin Starcross 5 medium there. I know that is a very popular tire in that part of the country, but I'd love to hear Brady's take on that tire because the X31, and Jimmy, I'm going to say probably not. AT81, nah. I mean, the rear tire is fine. I actually don't have a problem. Some people hate that rear tire. I don't have a problem with the rear tire. I really don't like the front tire, but AT81 is probably not the best one. It's not a bad one, but surely there's something better. Brady, chime in, dude. Let me know what you're going to run. I will probably run some V Motos. They are my sponsor, and I'm going to run them. I know I've been running There you go. Brady Meadows, Starcross 5 medium or Washougal 2. That's what I thought. The 5 medium is epic. Brady, have you run a 6 down there yet? Because I just put 6s on my bike, Starcross 5, 6 mid soft. And I'm going to try them out tonight and then we'll full review. But they look awesome. I don't know. We'll see. I just didn't know if anybody tried one down in the Texas, Oklahoma, Great Plains area. So we got up Mount Tilton. Sorry, back to the story. And this is 5s on. I'll try 6. Right on. So I'll let you guys know about the 6s, but I definitely won't be able to tell you how they work in Oklahoma unless I run them at the Gold Rush. But I probably will run V-Motos. So Mount Tilton, epic climb through the sun, down off, over to Star Pass. Got some great photos up there. It's the only photos I took of the whole freaking day, other than I guess I took some at Taylor Park. And everybody put lights on there. Got ready to rock and roll. Dropped off down to East Brush Creek, if you know where that is. And you go down East Brush. Super fun trail, really mellow, not hard at all, flowy, fun. Anyway, great. It's starting to get dark. Turn left onto block and tackle. It's now dark. Up block and tackle in the dark, that's tough. It was not as hard as I remember though. So it wasn't bad. It's a couple moves, but it wasn't horrible. Anyway, great, really cool trail actually, and they fixed it. Like they fixed some things. It used to be way harder back in the day, but some people have. Obviously, thankfully, whatever. You can argue, I want it to be hard. Well, whatever. There's plenty of hard stuff out there. They did some good stuff, made it a little bit safer because there was some off-camera stuff. Like if you made a little mistake, man, it would be bad. So they fixed that stuff. Anyway, up to Double Top, down Double Top. That section of Double Top's really cool and fun. Then off Waterfall Creek. That one's hard, but we're going down it, so it's not that bad. And by the way, this is all at night. And down to the road, over to Dead Man's, up Dead Man's, and back to camp. It was great. Really, very few issues all day long. It was super, super fun. Nice, Jared. I'm glad you guys at work. And it was an epic long night. So we got back at 9 o'clock, which is about an hour earlier than last year, which is super cool. We just rode well. Everybody rode well. It was awesome. Ronnie Nelson, are you familiar with AECU, the Takamoto is selling? It's supposed to be a pretty good option for 450RL concern because their firmware updates currently just released a new update. I am not familiar with those. I have not installed one on anything, but I can say that Takamoto seems like he's got his stuff together. I do not know him. Honestly, I don't ever watch his channel, and that's not, you guys, I'm sure you guys know I hate to even say it, content creator, whatever I am, as a YouTube guy, I only have so much time to watch other people's content, and Tacos isn't, I hardly watch any motorcycle content on YouTube, almost none. It's all fly fishing, guns, and funny stuff. So yeah. So Ronnie, I don't know. I know that dude at Takamoto is real smart, and I know it seems like he's got his stuff together. I wouldn't worry too much about the firmware updates. I mean, I don't know if oh yeah, I'm a content thief. Yeah. From a huge fly fisherman. I'm definitely a content thief from him. Ben, if you ever watch my stuff, I love you so much. I hope you understand that I'm definitely appropriating your ideas, but I'm putting them in a completely different realm. So and that's why, honestly, that's a great thing. So first of all, Michael Webster, stator on order for the EXC 530, 2 months. Is that normal? God, I hate to say it right now, but I was just picking up parts from our KTM dealer yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. They got parts that they had on order for a year and 4 months. Not to scare you, but a year and 4 months it took to get, I forget, it is something simple, whatever. Anyway, but creator, I know, Jimmy Neihart. I don't know what else to call myself. I'm a mechanic, but Whatever. But I do this. This is what I do part time, and it's fun. I love it. You guys call me whatever you want. I don't care. So is anyone else who's watching this um uh ever dealt with AIM ECUs? Because Ronnie was gonna say if you ever had a GoPro or a whatever, there's always firmware updates, but the things seem to work without the firmware updates. So like I don't know. Yeah, I probably, Ronnie, would try it if I didn't hear anything else from anyone. If Taco says it's good, I'd probably go with it. It seems like I said, it seems like he's got his stuff together. He seems like me in the fact that he's not going to promote anything he doesn't really believe in. And if he really believes in it, I mean, I don't know. I got to believe it's probably pretty good. Bruce, is my bike ever going to show up? I hope so. I keep hoping. Yesterday was my birthday. I really hoped that it was going to show up on my birthday because that would have been super cool. But it didn't. Yeah, it'll be here. I'm really hoping it's this month. We'll see. I don't know. But whatever. The schedule is still for September, and it's still September. In fact, the dead middle of it. So hopefully it shows up. It would be awesome if it got here today. I would take it out on Thursday Night Ride. Just so you guys are my favorites here watching this thing live. You stick with me all through all these live shows. When I get it, whether it be now or in another 6 months, who knows? Yeah, Brady. I'm not gonna touch that one. I already got fired up about her last week. She's whatever. I'm gonna ride that thing bone stock. I don't know for how many hours. I mean, I have a pile of awesome parts, and we got suspension work to do and all this really cool stuff. And I got RK's already working on a head for it because I got a head insert early and sent it to him, and so I got a ton of cool stuff to do to it. But I'm gonna ride it bone stock for a while. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how timing works out with racing because we've got a race coming up October, like second weekend in October, I think. Anyway, whatever, mid-October, something like that. And if I race that bike, I'd like to have it set up, but I don't know. It might be kind of cool to race the stock, but anyway, we'll see. Whatever. So sorry, I'll lose the train of thought. But anyway, I'm going to ride it stock and give full reports on how it works bone stock, at least in our desert. I probably won't get it way up in the high country because it's our plateau is closed and other things are, it's going to start snowing here soon. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it'll be awesome. Jimmy Neihart, yes, she does talk in circles like a damn politician. I don't know what her problem is. Bruce, yes, you can have a Stater reround. Ricky Stater can. Baja Designs used to. I don't know if they still do, but Ricky Stater does a great job. They actually rewound a RD350 Stater for me. Mark Payne, after hearing your Sherco story, maybe I should ride my wife's XR250. What year is your Sherco? Because I think that switch, that on-off switch, was a problem, and they quit doing it in like his is in 18, and in 19 they changed the system to get rid of that, so it got better. So Sherco, hats off, a tip of the hat to Sherco for realizing it was a problem and fixing it. Let's see. It'll be here in a year, in a few months, just like this. Yeah, I know it could be. Mark Payne, 2019, you'll be fine. The 18s, like it has, like I said, it's got this. I don't know why it has. Again, they fixed it, right? I mean, like, whatever, and that's years ago, but it was silly. They had a silly click switch to turn the bike on, and then go, and then they still have a kill switch, like a shut the bike off switch. So it seems like a system that's ready to have a weird problem, right? Because you got all these switches that can kill the bike, and your dirt bike is out in the woods and whatever. So anyway, they fixed it. Unfortunately, it wasn't fixed on Woody's. So he only got to do. He said he did 130 miles. I think I don't know. I think he's closer to like probably 100, 110. TPI Life can go anywhere, anytime. Just need to do that ritual. Hammer, smash 2 cards. Drizzle Skittles on the burning carnage and try to pet a stray cat. If you bleed, repeat. Solely right. Yes, Jimmy Nyhart. I love it. I cannot wait to see you in Oklahoma, dude. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Yeah, my old car rated 300 with 460 something hours on it did just great. Yeah, Brady met her. Your 501 just goes and goes my butt. Bruce Kennedy, yeah, Woody does need a 125, and he would actually fit a 125 way better than me. What trails we're riding tonight? What time? Is that Brody Bandits? You're always on someone else's account, Brody. It's weird. I don't know what trails we're going to ride tonight. We're going to ride around in the Adobe's, and it's going to be awesome. By the way, tonight, if you guys are around and you want to do Thursday night ride, it is going to be a mellow ride. Partially because of the Broads. The Broads is going to be there. The poor kid has been kind of left out of the Uncompahgre Trail rides, Thursday night rides for a long time now because we've been riding hard stuff. Because I've been wanting to get all these hard trails done. And Broads is little, and he's on a little bike, and he's not ready for that yet. And he has not been able to go with us, and it's been a bummer for me and for him. And so we are riding mellow stuff. So I don't know, Brody, but we're riding mellow stuff, and it's going to be super fun. Just need to spend a day looking for then installing little tiny brass things with holes in the end. Jets, I think they're called. Oh, Nightheart. I didn't touch a jet for my bike because I live up in the mountains. I live at 6,000 feet. It ran fine to 12,500, whatever Star Pass is. Bruce Kennedy, the rocks out here are for especially on the Death March. Like, dude, whatever. The amount of rocks out there, there's no dirt left in those trails. It's just like a absolute beatdown. And Nightheart, with your comment about jets. If it weren't for jets, I wouldn't have got to meet Johnny Walker, because that's why he came by, was to get a jet for his beta that he's racing. So take that. Oh, I love my jets. And I'm getting one of your fancy robot bikes. It's coming. I'm getting a robot bike. I'm excited about it. It should be cool. And if it's not, it's going to be blown up all over the internet. I will not be begging for a new bike if it has it's you, Chance, right on. Ronnie Nelson, thank you so much. Thank you, Ronnie Nelson, for the super chat. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Brady, I did not see or meet any of the Coda Rally races, unfortunately. We were gone. They had already left town by the time we got back. I don't know. I don't know when that thing ends or if it's over. It's probably already over. Is it still Counter Shocks? Yes, Johnny is doing Endurocross. That's why he was here. He was getting his bike from my good friend who is running the beta off-road team in America. So, hey, Jimmy, he's super tall. Super tall. It's crazy. Okay, they're on day 4 round. So, yeah, I did not get to meet anybody. I met the owners or the guys who put the thing on, and they're really, really cool. But the riders, no, I don't know. So we got 2 more days. That's awesome. I think it's really cool. I like the idea of the Coda Rally. Rally racing to me sounds like a lot of fun. It also sounds very expensive. They're day 4. They got 6 days of racing. It's like going to ISE. But I don't know. So anyway, Chance, sorry, back to you since it's not Broads. Honestly, Brody Bennett is always on someone else's account. I never know whose account he's going to be on. But Chance, we'll be doing some mellow stuff. So for you'd probably rather ride a little bit harder stuff than what the Broads is going to want to ride. So, but there'll be plenty of people out there riding. So we'll find you a good group to go with. But yeah, rally racing sounds awesome. Something I definitely want to try. I need to find like a 1 or a 2 day deal that's like dumbed down for the people who don't know how to do it, because I don't know. I don't know. Who all is racing that? Anyone, Brady? Is there anyone like a big name in the rally world who's just coming to do it for fun? I know it's not it's not Dakar, it's not Morocco or whatever, but I mean, it's a cool race in the United States, which is rare. David Pearson, nice. That's awesome. Cool. Right on. That's super cool that David Pearson's here racing. And Bruce, rally navigation is interesting. It's a thing. And I mean, it's one of those deals I'd probably have to take a class or whatever from Jimmy Lewis or Scott Bright or whoever. Hey, Robert Boucher, what up, Christopher? What up, Teddy Roosevelt? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Dad, go stack another brick in that wall of law. I love you so much. Warren Heatley's racing. Oh, nice, cool. That's awesome. That's super cool. I think it's great. I would love to see more rally racing in the United States. It's kind of a weird thing, because we don't have. I mean, out here in the West, we have a lot of public land, but the permit, whatever. The fact that those guys got that done is huge. Massive tip of the hat to the guys who put the Dakota Rally on, because holy crap, the amount of stuff they had to go through to get that done. They're in like 2 states, 1 million counties, whatever. It's nuts. Chance we'll see out there, dude. Yeah, it's crazy what they had to do to get that done. So I'm really, really, really. Can someone donate a dirt bike to a poor veteran? Actually, Robert, where are you again, Robert? I forget where you are, because I've got a dirt bike coming up. There's going to be, we're going to give away here. Kansas Rally Team has a rental program and tips for it. Right on, Countershock. That's cool. I just need to, I need to find time. East Tennessee, Robert. I forgot it. I knew you were back east somewhere. So yeah, I'll go ahead and announce it here. Since you guys are my punk rock club, you're sticking around all the way to the end. I didn't see Roger Hurd on here though, which is weird. He's probably sleeping in, hopefully, or he's out fishing. He might be out fishing. He gets up early to fish sometimes. So, Megs Brapp is, I'm going to just say it. Megs Brapp is a moron for not accepting a free YZ250 from me and my friend, who was going to give it to her. Like, I don't know, whatever. Craziness. So I don't even know what to say. Lost the feed. Uh-oh. My feed is still good here. I have full connection. So hopefully back out and come back in, because let me know when you guys are live hot again, because my end says it's good, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if it actually means. Let me know if it's Nova Scotia, Canada. What is up? All right, cool. You're all good. Mark Payne, good. Okay, so here's the deal. Megs Brapp is a moron. Sorry, Megs, if you watch this. I mean, you're not literally a moron, but you're a moron for not taking us up on a free YZ250. But because of that, I'm going to purchase that YZ250 from my friend, who is very, very generous. And I'm going to give it to my son, Thomas, who's now my size and needs a bigger bike. I mean, I love riding 125s. He like whatever. The reality is he's a big kid. A bigger bike's going to be a lot easier to ride. So it's part of the deal. So, and Roger Hurd was so kind to give me that 144 that he's been riding. I am going to give it away. I'm going to pay it forward. I could sell it. I can make money, but I feel like I got to give that away. Like, that was such a massive gift from Roger. It has really helped my kid be a better rider. It's an amazing bike. It's so fast. It's faster than my KTM 125, even with all the crap I did to it. I got my ISUC hat yesterday. Thanks. Yes. Right. Oh, Richard Tiny. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Kevin said that's so sweet, dude. That's awesome. Glad you got your hat. We have embroidered ones coming, and it's a super limited run. Countershocks. Yes. I love the sticker you left me. It's on there. Also, Nathan, we need to talk about swapping out some Countershocks that I have here for sale for the new style with the new brackets. So shoot me a text. Just because I know those new ones look, A, they look sexy. B, they're a lot easier to install and all that good stuff. So we need to just get those. I haven't sold any, but we need to get those swapped out. And also, I got to do my long-term review video because it's awesome. Robert, yeah, my mom, Suzanne. So anyway, I'm going to be giving away, it's an 02 YZ144, and it is amazing. It's fast. I'll figure out how many hours on the top end. We put a crank in it when we first got it from Roger. I think it's got a Henson clutch. I have to look back in the history of the videos. I think it's got a Henson clutch in it. If not, it's got a new whatever. It's all the bottom end's probably got 115, 120 hours on it. Top end has maybe 25, 30. Thomas really didn't ride much this year because he had his pigs. He was super busy this summer with his pigs, raising his pigs. Which, by the way, if your kids are not in 4-H, I highly recommend it. It's awesome. Not only tons of responsibility taught there, the kid made $4,500 when he sold his pigs, so that's huge. Brady Metter. The GoPro 11 thoughts. The full-size one, definitely not doing it. Makes no sense. I've already got those. I will be purchasing a GoPro 11 Mini. They are not available until October 25th. So I will be purchasing a Mini. I like the Mini because it's got the same guts as the big one. It's got all the sensors. It's like going to have bitchin' like amazing video quality, but it's really, really small. And it's got the little tabs to mount it on the bottom and the back. So I think it's going to be I think it's gonna be really, really cool for the POV. And then I'll have my other cameras, my 9 and my 8, with like mounts to shoot videos with my hands, whatever. Anyway, I think it's gonna be sweet. Brady Metter, he spent 65. He did not. So the pigs were $400 a piece. We had 2, and then the feed. I honestly don't know how much the feed was because our friends that helped us with the whole pig thing refused to take any money for the feed because they're just, I don't know. I tried. They wouldn't take any money. And they're really good family friends. So I don't know how much the feed cost, but my guess is maybe it was another $400. So like $600, $700 a pig and $4,500. So pretty good deal. And he, his business knowledge from his dad. Yes, Bruce Kennedy, absolutely. He was so responsible. He was up every morning at 6:30 to go feed those pigs. Then he was over there at like 5 to feed them in the afternoons, and then he was over there at 8 to walk them every day. And like, whatever. I don't, we had to. I mean, we paid to butcher the other pig and all that. So like, whatever. We bought that pig for us, and he raised it and made it fat and made awesome bacon. But I'm really, really, really happy with what 4-H, that part of 4-H did for him, because he grew up a bunch this summer, having to give up a lot of things. He didn't get to go fish. Bruce Kennedy, yes, you walk pigs if you're going to show them. It's weird. But yeah, when you show a pig at 4-H, you got to walk it around the pen, and the judge is judging how they walk, how they move, all this stuff. It's kind of a weird thing, but like, I don't really get it. But anyway, so yeah, you got to walk the pigs. Otherwise, pigs are so feral, they won't do what you ask them to do. So you got to do it like every day. They get used to it, and it's a weird thing. And Brady Metter, yes, rodeo and 4-H is the best place to find girls in your youth. Yeah, I mean, the place is filled with buckle bunnies. I was 17, she was 15, 1983. Nice. Excited about the giveaway bike. That is awesome. Totally matches up with how you operate. Kindness for kindness. Keep being awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, guys, stay tuned. It's going to be a little while before we give that thing away. It might be springtime because I can't really afford to buy the 250 from Robbie yet, because the other thing I need to do is I am going to sell the KX100 that we bought for Ewan to get him onto the 125 that we were given. Then that 125 will get given away. So, my mom, I know it. I love you. 18300XC, got any pressure advice other than switch to Explore? Richard, a lot of guys are running way, way, way low pressures. I think at some point it goes wrong if you do that. So I like a lot of guys. I mean, I used to run. I still have some Air Force. I run like 125, 128. Feels pretty good. Obviously, switching to Explorer is amazing. The other thing to do is put the cone valve kit into those forks that we do. We get from Solid and we valve through TBT. Really, really good. And Robert, I don't know why they're not all free. Uh, Bruce Mega want the. Oh, I love it. Oh, Jimmy Nair, I love you so much. Thanks for the push. I needed to get off the Midwest Mountain lever, put the stock back on, change the riding experience for the best. Yes, I love it. There you go. Ooh, Brady, that's right. So yeah, um, Richard Tiny, you should get a hold of Brady Metter because if you want to switch to Explorers, it's definitely the way to go. If you like rocky, hard, chundry, nasty stuff, I still like the cone valve setup in the forks. The air forks is really, really good in that stuff, but the spring forks are still better because I've ridden my spring forks and my buddies really well set up air forks with the cone valves, and his are amazing. His are probably better at going fast. Like if you want to charge and like, well, they're obviously better at going fast. He beat me at the last race. It has nothing to do with suspension. That dude is just fast, but they're probably better at high speed. Like, I mean, whatever. High speed rocks, like just going really fast. The Explorers are just like comfort wise, they're better. So, anyway, I would, but yeah, so check that out. And Chris Ashton, I'm so happy that I don't. The huge dirt biker. By the way, huge dirt biker coming back. I just filmed the video. I got to edit some stuff, but anyway, it's gonna be good. And the huge dirt biker is here to stay. It's so good. But the Midwest Mountain lever thing. Anyway, some people love them. Some people. I think actually the brake one might be pretty badass. The brake lever might be really cool. I like the fact that you can do it like one finger and all that. Like I don't like the shape. I still don't like the shape. But the clutch side, and Bruce said he likes this on the clutch side. I feel like they're too hard to adjust. Like, and people have a hard time. Hey, there's Bros, Bow Hunter. Oh yes, Brady Better. Please start the huger dirt biker. I want that so much in my life. Like my heart yearns for a Brady Metter huger dirt bike YouTube channel. I need that so bad in my life. Oh man, I was just talking to Zach about the fact that you need to have a YouTube channel where you I think instead of huger, you just need to make the grumpy dirt biker. Like the super. Oh, I got a million ideas for you, dude. If you want, and they're free, you can have them. I think you have the best YouTube channel ever. Broads, good to see you here though. So yeah, anyway, mid-mass, I don't like the adjustment. It's too whatever, touchy. But yeah. Yeah, I know Bruce Kennedy Brady is the thing. So hey, quick shout out to everybody who's watching this later or listening to this or whatever. I have not been doing the audio version of this. I got to figure out how to more easily do that. But anyway, if you're watching this later, I love you. I'm so happy you joined us. Make sure you join us live sometime. You can do this whole live chat thing. It's super fun. But also make sure you check out our channel. Subscribe to the channel if you think it's worth it. All that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching later. It really does mean a lot. But we'd love to have you. Thursday mornings, 7:30 Mountain Time. Most of the time. Sometimes it changes. But most of the time, 7:30 Thursday mornings. Lever shortness is great. But yeah, they're really finicky to adjust, Ashton. Super finicky. I don't like that. Kevin is, don't worry, Bruce. Leandra absolutely loves Kevin. She keeps him blown up because he like sag a little bit, but she keeps him blown up all the time. She loves that thing. Sid, I'll start the huge disabled quad rider. Yes. All right, guys. Yes, I see the Punk Rock Club coming in. It is time to go. I got a boogie. My computer's actually almost out of battery because I'm running a light on it. So I love you so, so, so very much. Punk Rock Club, I love you more than everyone else. Yes, oh my God, you guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Punk Rock Club is my favorite out of all people. I'm 100% transparent. You guys are my favorite. Everybody else is one level lower. I hope you guys get out, spread the gospel of two wheels today. Come ride with me some Thursday night. It's a lot of fun. And as always, I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes.